Okay. So I'm going to start by saying this is my first ever YouTube video that I am going to post. Okay? I'm going to post it. I've had this page up a while and I've never put nothing on here for so many reasons. Okay? But that has to end now. It's got to end now. Because if I don't, this shit is going to continue. Let me fix my thing. Keep all in my face. Anyhow. So I'm going to start by saying I'm only posting what I'm posting because I've exhausted every other outlet or whatever to try to get this situation better. This is my testament. This is my story of years and years of chronic child abuse, emotional neglect, and abandonment. You might say, well, Chelsea, well, from who? From who? Anybody that knows me knows the constant battle I've had with my mother. I want to say from the time I became a parent at 21, I'm now 38, I knew that it was going to come a time that I was going to have to confront my mother about the things she did and didn't do when it came to raising me, or lack thereof. I'm an only child, and I had come from two emotionally unavailable parents. I never thought that I would be coming to the internet or YouTube to discuss this, because I've tried to keep my mother and my parents, just my parents as a whole, in a really good light, just out of respect for them. And when it comes to my mother has always been what we call an image whore, right? My mother has always been an image whore. So I'm talking about, and will lie about anything to protect her image. My mother has lied about being married. My mother has lied about owning a house. Like this, she's that type of narcissist, right? It's insane. So I say, Chelsea, if you don't say something, if she can keep you quiet 38 years and feel nothing, and you know, and that's what she wants. That's what she wants. She wants you to stay quiet, Chelsea. So I can't give her that. I can't give her that. I had the worst mother you could ever ask for. When I say had one child and treated that, y'all ever saw Mommy Dearest? You remember the movie Mommy Dearest and how mean that lady was to that baby? Right? And I used to always hear, no wire hangers, right? And we talking about my mother, who every fucking piece of clothes she owned went to the cleaners, okay? At least in my younger years, went to the cleaners. So we had 1 million wire hangers, right? But my mother was just, I'm talking about a habitual emotional abuser. Now, I will say my mother never really laid a hand on me. Never really laid a hand on me. But her mouth, her lack of just not being there. Just that was worse than getting my ass beat. That was worse than getting my ass beat. Having a mother that showed no interest in her one child. My mother kept herself busy. My mother made sure if she wasn't at work, she was out clubbing, out with her mother, but it was never with me. Okay? And that was a choice. So now that I'm 38 and I have this very associate-like relationship with my mother, that I'm very, very strong in discernment and knowing what this is, right? My mother has faked sick countless amount of times to get me to come back to where we are, where I live, where I'm from. I've lived in 3 states, did well in every last one of them. I lived in 4 states. Sorry about that. Did well, but I've always been drugged back with my mother. As soon as she thinks I'm doing too good without her, it's time for her to fake sick. Now, this most recent incident, I was gone since August 2024. Okay. After having another sit down with my mother saying, look, what are we going to do? Because you will cry, not cry, because please, but you act like, Chelsea, I just want us to have a better relationship. No, it's not that. You want to manipulate me. You want me to believe that we are something that we are not. And since I know better, and I don't go for the okie doke, and I keep it I'm very clear about what this is. And you know why I'm so clear? Because it hurts. I'm clear because it hurts. I'm clear because every Mother's Day, even when I became a mother, was one of the worst days of my life. Every year. It took me a couple years. It took me almost 6 years to fully immerse myself and pat myself on the back and congratulate myself on motherhood and how well I've done with my children as a single parent. It took a while for me to accept that because Mother's Day was so hard for me all my life. To see women and their mothers out every Mother's Day, going out to dinner, going shopping, and I just would be like, Lord, I would give blood to experience that with my mother. My mother was never home for holidays. My mother ran behind $1 my whole life. And you would think it was because she had a bunch of kids or, maybe she had people that she had to take care of. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You didn't have to pay for babysitters like talking about it, because my grandmother, my dad's mother, was an amazing grandma. Let me say that. My grandma was one of the best grandmas on this planet. Okay, Lord rest her soul. My grandmother passed at 90 years old in 2017, and I miss her dearly. So that's I'm gonna keep these videos 10 minutes. So I'm at 9 minutes now. This is part 1, but the veil is about to come off. It's about to come off, and not just for her, for my father as well. Okay, I can't keep this in me, because if I do, it's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me. All right. I've already gotten really sick 6 years ago because I was in so much emotional pain. And I took a lot of time to get myself back right. And now I can't never go back. So this is part 1 of my healing and me getting it out of my system.